Yeah, when you're ready. Hi everyone, welcome to the Oomph session. So today we're going to do a little bit of exercise, seated the whole time, so there's no real excess energy needed, just to loosen up a little bit and get our heart moving. So first of all, we're going to give each other a wave, both hands, one, then the other. Are you sitting comfortably? I'd like you to have your feet flat on the floor and sitting with your bottom back against the back, so you've got nice support there. And then roll those shoulders. Roll those shoulders. If it's easier, you can put your hands in your lap. Roll the shoulders, one and then the other. And then roll them forward, just to loosen them up a little bit. Next, we're going to just loosen up our hands a little bit. I call these piano fingers. So we're just going to wiggle our fingers up and down, just gently, like we're playing the piano. And then we're going to stretch our arms out one at a time, and we're going to push our hands up and then flick them down. Just nice and slowly up and flick them down. Do that a couple of times, and then we're just going to gently rotate your hand round at the wrist and then the other way. And then we'll do the same with the other one. So stretch out, and then push your hand down, and then flick it up, down, and then up. And then we're going to twist this one round as well, roll it round, and then back the other way. Okay, now perhaps we can do them together. Up and then down. Up and then down. Brilliant. Hands back in your laps. Give those shoulders a roll. Keep them nice and supple. Okay, next we're going to do a little bit of pretending that we've got some weightlifting going on. So we're just going to put our arms up. If you want to clench your fists, you can clench your fists. And then we're going to just lift them up gently, up and down. Up and down. Now, whilst you're doing this, you can also think about doing some different movements. So the next we're going to go out a little bit. Out and in, out and in, out and in, and then back to your knees. Give those shoulders a roll. Arms up again, and this time we're going to go forward and back, forward and back. See if you can get your hand back to tap your shoulder. So reach forward, keeping your seat still the whole time, keeping your back against your chair, and just reach forward and out. Now we're going to do it up next time. So we're going to reach up with one, back to the shoulder, up with the other one, back to the shoulder. And then out. And that way. And then this time I want you to look at where the hand is going. So we're going to look to the hand and then turn around and look to the other way. Gently, out we go, back in, out we go, back in. Well done. Put your hands down, give them a little roll. Now we're going to do our muscle arms again. And we're going to see if we can just gently squeeze them in. If you can just do it that far, that's absolutely great. If you can get them in a bit further in front of your face, that would be better. And see, and some of you might even be able to actually touch your elbows. It's quite a squeeze, that one, so don't overdo it. Just keep a gentle movement back and forth, trying to open up those shoulders. Brilliant. And hands down. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to give ourselves a little a little stretch on the side. So if you've got arms on your chair, you can put your hands on the chair. If you haven't got arms, and you might be able to hold something underneath. And if you're in a cozy chair, then just literally lean to the side. So you feel a bit of a stretch coming on this side. And then back up. And then again to the other side. As I say, if you've got arms to hold on to for security, that's good. Or you can hold underneath like this. And see if you can reach down on one side. Gently up. And then to the other side. Okay. Now we're going to just swing our neck round gently, very gently and slowly. Loosen that neck a little bit. And now we're going to see if we can look over our left shoulder. So gently, slowly, turn your head round and see how far you can turn your neck. And then back to the middle. And then again the other way. Once more. And the other way. And then we'll just gently drop the head and bring it up to the side and then down and around. That way. Now we're going to see if we can just tilt your head, feel a nice stretch along here, and then back up to the middle, and then a stretch that side. Again to the middle, and then back the other side. Okay. Now we're going to start using our arms again. So we're going to put our both hands in front and then see if you can grasp your arms like this. If you can't quite get them that way, if you can just hold your fingers, that would be good. And then we're going to gently lift your arms up and then put them down. So lifting them up and putting them down. Nice and gently, and where you're holding your arms, it should be able to sort of support each arm. And now for this next move, we're going to just lean slightly away, just with your back from the back of the chair, and we're going to put our arms up and we're going to turn to the side. And then back to the middle, and then turn to the other side. And then back to the middle. Now you just do as much as you can. If you can stretch all the way round, right to the side, that's brilliant. But it's just as good to just do a little movement like this. If you haven't been twisting your back very much lately, just a gentle movement from side to side to get yourself moving. And then back down. Okay, again, give those shoulders a bit of a shake, and you can give those hands a shake as well. Shake those hands out. Now we're going to see if we can stretch these arms any further this time than when we started. Now we've loosened up a bit. So we're going to put an arm out, and then up, and then down, and then out to the side, and then back in, and then down. So then with the other arm, so it's out in front, up next, down to the middle, and then out to the side, back to the middle, and then down. So we're going to see if we can carry on doing that. Up and out next, and then down. And then the other one, up, and then out, and then down. Now, if we can do those together, so we've got both arms going up and then out together. So slowly pulling them up as far as you can stretch up, leaning right back, get support from your chair, and then out, and then back on your knees. Nice big deep breath, and then we'll do the same again. Gently, gently up, right the way up, as far as you can go, and then out, and then in, and then down. Well done. Okay, so I think that's probably the upper body loosened up now, and now we're going to start doing something with our feet. So we'll start with just moving them like we're walking on the spot. Now, if you can do in the whole marching and you want to do that, that's fine, but otherwise, just a little movement on your heel, up and down, like walk on the spot. And then once you've got that going a bit, then you can see if you can make it a bit higher as you go. And then if you want to make it a bit faster, you can do that as well. We can do a little gentle jog type pace. But walking, if we're still on the walking stage, and then get your arms going with it. So get your arms going. Those of you feeling more energetic, we'll get marching or going. And if you feel you're getting out of puff at any point, just slow it right down. We even get back to just putting your arms down, just a gentle movement with your legs. If you think that you're feeling really energetic, you want to put your hands on your knees, put a little bit of resistance, so lean forward very slightly. So you've got your weight from your upper body going onto your knees. So it just gets your legs doing a little bit more. Again, it doesn't have to be fast, but if you want to do it quicker, you can get up the pace this way. And take it back to a nice slow pace before you stop. There we go. All right, now we've got them waking up a little bit. We're going to just do some toe taps. So we're going to, one leg at a time, we're going to go forward with our toes and then back and forward and back. So we'll just do 3 or 4 on the one leg, and then we're going to switch to the other one. Forward and back. Forward and back. Forward and back. As I say, 3 or 4 on each side. And brilliant. Now this time we're going to tap out to the side and back to the middle. So we're going to tap to the side and to the middle, to the side and the middle. And now we're going to do the other leg. So the other side and back to the middle. The other side and back to the middle. The other side and back to the middle. Okay. Next one, we're going to put this foot, going to go up and over like a cross, and then up and back. And if you want to get really adventurous, we can put those moves together. So we're going to go up and across, and now we're going to go back this way and out to the side. Now we're going to try the other leg. So up and across, up and out to the side. Across, up. You can either do it in one move, Or you can pop it back down here for a minute and then go out to the side and back to the middle, up and over, up to the middle, up to the side. Or you can go up and over and up to the side. Whatever you feel easiest. Okay, and then just give those legs a shake. You don't need to take your feet off the floor. Just give them a gentle shake while they're there. Go back to a few more leg stretches forward and back. Make sure we've got all those muscles. And just give your legs a rub up and down as you're doing that. Now, we're going to, using just our hands, roll forward, gently sliding them to your knee and then back up again. Now for most of you, you'll be able to do that quite easily, but it's just getting used to leaning forward very slightly from the back of your chair. And then the next time we're going to go beyond our knees. So we're just going to go down a little bit, a bit more of a stretch and back up. Okay, now we're going to put our feet out very slightly and just lean down and see if you can go part way down to your shins and back up. And just see how far is comfortable for you to see if you can stretch forward. You don't need to lift your bottom out of the chair, just your back can come away from the chair as you lean. Now some of you I know will be able to go right down and reach your feet. And if you can do that comfortably, then do. If you can just about manage to reach your ankles and give them a tap, that's good too. Okay. Right now, I want us to have another little sideways lean. So if you can manage to get your hands on your hip, given the chair that you're sitting in, we're going to keep our feet flat on the floor. We're just going to lean from side to side, a real gentle, slow lean back to the middle and then the other way. And one side, back to the middle and the other way. Okay, well done. Now we're going to stretch our feet out and we're going to do toe lifts. So we're going to lift our toes up so you get a stretch on the back of the legs and then point them forward like a ballerina. You can keep your feet down on the floor and lift them and then point, or you can bring them up here, whatever's easiest. So lift and then point. Then we're going to do them one at a time. So we're going to lift this, point this, put it down. And then the same with the other one. We're going to lift and pull back up, and point the toe and put it back down. So we'll try and do that in a more fluid way. So up, point, down, up, point, down. As I said, if you can just do it on the floor, it's exactly the same. Up, tap, down, up, point, down. And then we're going to put one at a time out, and we're going to rotate the ankle much as you can do. Think that you're drawing a circle with your big toe. It's a bit of a wobbly circle. And then we're going to go back the other way. Nice and slow. and down, and then the other leg. So up, and go round in a circle. A bit of clicking going on in my ankle there. And then back the other way. Then bring your feet back towards the base of the chair and see if you can come up on your tiptoes and down. Up on your tiptoes and down. Again, if you can do that one at a time. But we're doing it up on our tiptoes and then down. So we can perhaps do one on one side, one on the other side, and then two together. Up, up, both together. And then put them forward and bring them up. And a nice little wheel around. Back the other way. I think that's probably everything about loosened up and feeling like it's had a bit of movement. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to very gently put together a little range of movements for all the stuff that we've done so far. We can start pretty much from the beginning and go through, but a little bit quicker this time. So we're going to start with our piano fingers. And then we're going to go into putting our arms out and doing our wrist flicks. And put them down. Give them shoulders a roll. Now muscle arms. Muscles, in, out, in, out. And what we could do here, we could just turn them and we're going to reach forward but across, and then back, and reach forward but across and back. And then we can do it down, but across your knees. So down and across your knees. Down and across. And give them a rest. And then one out to the side. Tap your shoulder. Out to the side. Tap your shoulder. Out to the side, tap your shoulder. Next one we're going to go up and tap your shoulder, up and tap your shoulder, up and tap your shoulder, up and tap your shoulder. And then remember the other one we did where we were holding our arms like this, you can hold them, or like that if that's easier, or just to hold hands. And then gently we're going to stretch up so we can get it over our head. And then back down again. Again, so you can get it over your head and back down again. You want to stretch a little bit more and kind of go up like that, can do. But this is good. Just down and then up. And when we get it down, relax a bit. And then we're going to go around to the side. So to the side. If you can twist from the waist, so your waist is doing some of the work as well. That's it. And down. And now we're going to try and do a side stretch again. You can hold on to here, if you can reach down. That's good. Reach down to the other side, that's good. If you haven't got enough room to reach down or the chair's too big, you can just literally give it a stretch like this. So you're going to be stretching along, lift your shoulder up, and then again this way. To be more adventurous, if you want to put your arm up and stretch over, you can do that. Then bring it back to the middle. You can feel that stretch all the way down here. But if you just want to sit in the chair and give yourself a stretch from side to side as far as you can lean, that's good too. Now we'll do a little bit of, you can also use this exercise to put some weight resistance. If you've got any like little plastic bottles that you can hold, you can either hold them in your hand, or if they're sealable, you can put a bit of water in them to get some weight on them. And just use them as a way of pushing the weights up, like you're pushing weights away from yourself. And again, out to the side. If you haven't got bottles or anything that you want to use, you can just literally clench your fists and do the same. So we're going to go up, up, and then out. Then we can do it together now. Both arms together and both arms out. Up and then out. And then forward. And then from side to side, much as you can get across you, from side to side, all at shoulder height. Now we're going to go do the same thing, but downwards. So down. And if you've got some bottles and you've got the weight and you're holding them, just putting the weight to one side, like this. That's a good one, but otherwise just keep your hands clenched together and then go down. Now we'll go back to doing the legs. So feet moving. I know we were walking last time. Really give a bit of a lean on your knees or on your thighs, just to give a little bit more pressure, and then we're going to see if we can get them actually off the floor. So to begin with, just your heels moving, then we'll see if we can get them off the floor. But as I say, you've got your upper body weight on your knees, making it a little bit harder for yourself, and then see if you can either lift them up higher, slow as you like, and high is good, or if you find it easier to do it quicker but lower, you can do that too. That's a good way of just jiggling to get them, all the blood flowing. And now we can join in our arms like we're running, much as you can. And then slow it right down, hands back on your knees and back to walking. Walking at a fair pace and slowing it down, slowing it down, slowing it down. And feet, heels up rather, heels up and down. And stretch your feet forward. Forward, circle them round, and back the other way. Remember, like the toes doing a big circle, and then the other leg. And back the other way. And this one's quite hard to do together. If you can manage to do both feet at the same time, lift them both up, or just a little bit off the floor. Doesn't have to be right up here, and then back the other way. And then down. Okay, now we're going to put hands on hips and just move a little bit from side to side. And then we're going to stretch our arms out and do the same, a bit like an aeroplane type movement. But try and keep your arms as level as you can. And it can be gentle and slower is fine. Or if you want to do it a bit quicker, and then bring the arms in. And while we're doing this, we might be able to see if we can get our elbows to touch now. The shoulders are nice and supple, hopefully. Get your elbows out and then in to touch together. Again, if you can't quite touch them together, as long as you're doing this kind of movement, that's good. And then we can roll it round, holding onto your shoulder. A bit like you've got braces on, maybe. And then hands down. Now we move our feet slightly forward. I'm going to do the forward lean again. Down past the knees. This time you probably get a bit further because you've already done that once. And see if you can go right down to your feet. And if it's easier to do it just very, very slowly. That's two. And see if you can reach and touch those feet or your laces or your shoes. And then back up. And down we go again. Far down your leg as you can manage. If it's just to there, that's good. Hold it. You can manage to get down to your ankles and hold it. If you can actually get down to your feet and hold it and then gently, slowly back up. Now, we're going to just hold the arms of the chair. If you haven't got arms of your chair, hold underneath. We're going to do the foot movement from side to side. So we're going to go out to the side, back to the middle, out to the side, back to the middle. And just tap and back to the middle. Tap and back to the middle. Now, a bit like when we were doing the running on the spot, I want you to now do something different with your arms. So we've got our legs gently going out. Doesn't matter if it's just literally to the side or tapping gently like that, or if you can manage to touch around to the side of your chair. Whichever way you can do it. We'll start off with this little gentle sideways tap. And now we're going to stretch up as well with our arms. So we're going to do up, up, up and out at the same time. And then go forward and out. So we're going to do the forward and out. And then as far across the chest as you can go, from side to side, whilst the leg's going out. So we've got 4 things going on here now, haven't we? And then down. And back to seated arms in the lap. Gentle heel raises. Bit of a wiggle on the shoulders. And then back the other way. And then we're going to lean forward with the arms out. We're going to bring it round, like a big arc. So again, don't move your bottom, just your back away from the chair, so you clear the arms at the front, and you've got space to swing those arms round in front of your knees. Now, I'm going to see if we can put one of your arms just behind you at all. So just to give your shoulder a different kind of stretch. So arm up and then behind you. If you can't get it completely behind you, or you can't rotate it and twist it like that, just like this and then down is fine. So just up and down is a good movement. If you can get up and then to twist it behind gently, or even up and onto your hip, up and onto your hip. That, and then we'll go to the other side. So it's up and down. And then we're going to go up and behind us if you can reach. Just a little bit, up, and then reach behind. Up, and then reach behind. Or up and onto your hip. That's it. Arms on your knees. And finally, we're going to just give our arms a good shake. Remember, if you wanted to use the bottles, you can just use them as they are. If they're empty, then you can sort of crackle them and give them a good squeeze while you're doing it. Only if they're empty, of course. And if they've got water in and you want to use them for some resistance, then just fill them up a little bit at a time. Don't go mad and have them completely full. And then you can use them. Any of these exercises that you're doing, just gives a bit of extra resistance to it. But for now, we're going to just lean forward, swing round, and back, and stretch right the way around. And gently again. And then arms to the middle, on the out. We're going to see if we can stretch from side to side. And then one last one, up, and give yourselves a clap. Oh, maybe clapping is too difficult. Well done, everyone. Zero.